Okay, we're looking at Brayden, who's a high school spin thrower. Let's take a look. This is about a 43 footer. He's improved about 7 feet from a couple months ago when we first looked at him. Looking at the coming out into the entry here. Personally, I like to keep the shoulders level and to keep the left arm up level. Although some people do this, and I don't like to say you have to do it this way or that way. But normally, I would have like to see the arms straight out, the shoulders level. From this view, I can't really tell how far the knees are going to be apart as he comes in. Right here, if the knees are close or not. I would like to see the toe upward and maybe outward this way, so that we're leading with the inner thigh and the inside of the foot. It just makes it more rotational. You see how he kind of looks like he's coming around because of the way the toe is kicking into the middle. Okay, so next we're going to look at the left foot. You see how late it is coming off? It should face right about here. I'll go back for a couple of frames. Right about here, maybe. Down the throwing sector or down toward the left sector line, but it looks like it's over-rotated by the time it comes off the ground. You can see right where it comes off here. It's facing way over to about not quite 3 o'clock, maybe 4 o'clock. You can see it's facing way over this direction. And the knee's pretty high up. You want to keep that knee down so you're driving across the circle. It'll give you more drive this way into the throw. So let's see what happens. Let's see where the left arm stops now. Left arm's going. Looks like it stops about 3 o'clock. That's great. You see how, if you watch his head right here, see that garbage can back there? You can see that right as he comes around right here. You can see he's going to pop upward right there. Okay, that's because of the extension of that leg upward. That's going to bring you up, and it's going to reduce your drive across the circle. So try to keep that knee down, and don't over-rotate this left foot. Don't let it go past this left sector line. You can see the left sector line right here. You're way past, okay? Make sure that knee and that foot are aimed down toward the throwing direction. All right, let's move forward. Okay, now we've got the right toes are down. You can see how late the left foot is. This left foot should be right about here, about 9 o'clock. So you can see it's late. Let's see what. I'd like to see this. Obviously the knee bent more. So you're gonna have you want to have this shin horizontal. Let's see if it gets up to horizontal. No, you see how it's when you keep it extended like this and long, it's going to be a lot slower to the front. It's already been a couple frames and it still hasn't got to the 9 o'clock direction yet. So get the left foot off sooner. Don't try to jump up and extend yourself upward trying to get some air time. You'll get it, don't worry, if you drive forward. You want to get both feet in the air. Let's see, that would be the next thing here. Okay, we got the left foot still on the ground, the right foot's in the air. Right here, this is your time in the air right here. You got one frame, and boom, you're already down. So you know how much time in the air. That time in the air is what you want to use to rotate this lower body. That's when it's, because it's so large and the limbs are long, that's the time you need in the air to get around. All right, let's keep going. And right here, your hips are facing 12 o'clock, the back of the circle, but your shoulders, you can see, also are. These shoulders should be facing this way toward 3 o'clock. You want to get a good wrap back there. So when you bring that left arm here, you want to make sure it's holding your shoulders that direction, right there. You want to keep the shoulders right there, okay? You've lost total separation right here because the hips and shoulders are facing the same direction at 12. Okay, let's keep watching. Yeah, you don't rotate that right foot. Look at it stop right about 12 o'clock right here. See, it doesn't rotate anymore. Little bit. But you see, because you're not turning it, you're not getting that knee into the throw. Your left foot has landed too far to the right toe board. So you've cut off your hips here. You've cut off your right foot. This foot should be back here further on this left side of the toe board, because you can see now the foot is down, and you can see here where your knee is. It's facing this way toward 9 o'clock, and your foot's facing 9. You basically blocked off your right foot. It's parallel to the toe board. I had a quick video on my Twitter feed of Joe Kovacs, where he opens up this knee and he opens up this foot toward the throwing direction more. What that does is bring this hip around, and that's what you need, because you can see your hips are closed off. Okay, you got these hips should be keeping ahead of the shoulders. Okay, so right here when you land here, these hips should be starting to face out toward the throwing direction more. I call it opening them up. Okay. Yeah, you want to keep that foot on the ground here, this right foot, keep grinding it. Keep that shot against your neck as long as you can. When that shot comes off your neck, whichever direction your hips are facing, that's where that shot's going to go. It's going to be really hard to kind of try to pull it around. And you see here your body start to come real vertical. You want to have a little bit of a lean back so you can get that angle up into the throwing direction. So your shoulders are facing straight ahead. If this was a 43 footer, you've got a lot more distance in you. Okay, so coming around here, try to keep this angle you have between your head and your left foot. You see you're bringing your upper body too much forward. You're taking the shot off your neck maybe a little bit early over here, right here. You want to wait till your shoulders are starting to get around toward the front before you get that off your neck. Okay, and here's the release. So keep that right foot on the ground. Drive that right knee around, because you're trying to drive everything around this left side block. It's hard to do because where it was facing. You see where your foot is now? This is where it should have landed. But see how much it rotated? Right here to right here. Yeah, to be a block, it's got to pretty much land and stay there. It's got to stick, because you're rotating around. You're losing a block. Okay, now you want to, at this point, you want to keep the foot down. You want to keep this knee, this right hip turning around past the left hip. You want to do that before the shot is released. Okay, your hips ahead right here. I think the shot's right about here. I don't see the shot. I blew the image up a little bit. Oh, there it goes. I see it. Yeah, it's really, really high. This is a very high angle, especially for a spinner. Usually spinners throw quite a bit lower than a glider. You must be throwing this. You must be throwing this almost straight up, which is even weaker because your chest is going this way. This becomes more of a strict press or a military press, straight up, where you want it to be more like a bench press. See that? Keep the left arm block going. It looks like you stop your left arm right here. Yeah, just don't let it go past don't let the elbow go past your back, but you want to keep rotating. Yeah, you got a lot more in you there. All right, well, getting ready to, let me see the next video when it comes out, and we'll see how you do.